So it seems like things are getting worse for Jonathan Majors, because just yesterday he was officially dropped by his manager, which is Entertainment 360, following the domestic violence charges that happened back in March. So it says here his talent manager, Entertainment 360, have parted ways, and an insider has confirmed to Variety. Majors has also been dropped by his former public relations manager, the Letty Company. A source with knowledge of the PR company confirmed that the actor was removed as a client last month. Now, if you don't remember or know why any of this is happening, this is all stemming from what happened back in March 25th, where it says here in Variety that he was charged with assault and harassment regarding a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. Now, obviously, I don't condone any of this type of behavior whatsoever if it is true, but as of right now, it is innocent until proven guilty. Jonathan Majors and his lawyers and everything claim that none of this is actually true, that this has all been blown out of proportion. And even though they attempted to show text messages to clear his name, it seemed like that actually hurt his case a little bit. But regardless, as I said, as of right now, these are just charges. He has not been found guilty of any wrongdoing whatsoever as of yet. Recently, we have also seen some rumors from Marvel reportedly that they do have a replacement in mind for Kang if, in fact, Jonathan Majors is found guilty of these alleged charges. Now, as I said, I 100% would stand by this if, in fact, yes, he is found guilty. I 100% don't condone any type of behavior. Obviously, there's both sides of the story if something actually did happen, but regardless, you should not have to be putting your hands on anybody unless it's for self-defense reasons. I 100% understand and get that. The problem that I have with this is that the way society is built today, depending on who you are and what you stand for, you may get a pass for trash behavior. And the person that comes to mind when we're hearing about this stuff is Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller has been consistently involved in controversial moment time and time again. And even though we have seen worse things coming out of Ezra Miller, we have seen physical proof, not just alleged things. We have actually seen video evidence of him choking a woman and all this other type of behavior. He still gets a pass. And why is that? It's because he identifies as they, them, because he's non-binary. Ezra Miller gets a complete pass. And honestly, I don't think he's going to be recast as the Flash in any way, shape, or form. I think if anything moving forward, he fits the box and the narrative and all the ESG scores that Warner Brothers wants. So they're going to keep him on. That's just my theory. I may be wrong. And honestly, I hope I am wrong about that, because I don't think Ezra Miller deserves to be involved in any of these movies moving forward. But let's just go through a little list of the controversial things that Ezra Miller has been involved in, and yet he still has a job. He never got dropped by his PR firm. He never got dropped by his talent agency or manager. He is safe and protected. So here are just some of the things that he has been involved in. It says here, erratic behavior, abuse, and grooming allegations from 2020 to present day. Probably the biggest one that we saw was here. It was a disturbing video that not alleges, it showed Miller choking a woman and throwing her to the ground at a bar in Iceland. Variety confirms that the altercation took place at this trendy bar, and employees identify Miller in the video, who they escort from the premises. Now, I've seen this video. It's online. You could look it up back. Like I said, this happened back in April 2020, and it's terrible. What's the difference of this and Jonathan Majors' situation? And we don't even know what happened with the Jonathan Majors situation. Those are just allegations from the police report that have been leaked. This, we have physical evidence. And that's not the only physical altercation that this guy has been involved in. March 27th, 2022, just last year, Miller is arrested in Hawaii and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment following a physical confrontation with patrons at a karaoke bar. I reported on this a long time ago. They began yelling obscenities at the patrons and grabbed the microphone from the woman singing karaoke, and he later lunged at a man playing darts. 2 days later, just 2 days later, the couple who lived with Miller at the hostel filed a restraining order against the actor. The couple asked the court to order Miller to not contact them in any form and to stay away from them at their home and places of work following the incident at the karaoke bar. The couple claims that Miller returned home and threatened the couple, saying, "I will bury you and your, quote, slut wife." The petition alleges that Miller stole the wife's passport and the husband's wallet, which contained his credit card, social security card, and driver's license. Then again, in April 19th, 3 weeks after the March arrest, the actor was again taken into custody in Hawaii for allegedly throwing a chair which hit a woman at a private party, leaving the 26-year-old with a half-inch cut on her forehead. Now, this isn't even all of the situations. There are more stuff here. It goes on and on and on. This is just the physical stuff that he's been involved in, and every single one of them had at least one woman involved in it. Yet Jonathan Majors gets in one incident and is being crucified and dropped by everything. I find this insane. Again, look, I'm fair across the board. If Jonathan Majors actually did what is being alleged, I 100% stand by the decision of removing him and getting rid of him and recasting him, fine. But why does Ezra Miller get a pass? Why are we in a situation now that because he's they, them, and this protected class of individual, he gets to do basically whatever he wants with a get-out-of-jail-free card? This is insane and complete hypocrisy on all levels. But let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Do you think it's very hypocritical how these two people have been treated, especially in the eyes of the media, and how this is being handled? Or do you agree, and do you think Ezra Miller should have gotten a pass? Do you think Jonathan Majors should be getting a pass? Let me know what you all think down below in the comments. I always love to hear your thoughts. If you could, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it out. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, take care.